So what's the right order to play the Soulsborne games? There is none. What? Yeah, aside from Dark Souls, none of them are connected, and even then, you don't really need to play Dark Souls 1 in order to understand 3. So like, I can just start with any of them? Correct. Like Sekiro. Yeah, you don't want to start with that one. But you just said, I know what I just said, but Sekiro is probably the hardest one to start off with. Explain. So all the other games allow you to make builds and play with the weapons that fit your playstyle, but Sekiro doesn't. Exactly, it has a very set combat system that you have to learn in order to get good, whereas all the other ones you can kind of just walk around with a big bonk stick. Okay, so then which one is the easiest game? Elden Ring. I couldn't even beat the opening boss. How is that the easiest? Some of the other games won't even let you progress the story unless you beat the boss right in front of you, whereas Elden Ring's an open world map, so you can kind of just come back to it later after doing other things. Alright, so after Elden Ring, what's next? Next, I'd recommend going Demon Souls, then Dark Souls 1, and then Dark Souls 3. Each one gets a little bit harder as you progress, and the bosses get a lot better. And what about Dark Souls 2? Are you okay? After you play Dark Souls 3, you're gonna play Bloodborne, but this is gonna be a little bit difficult. Oh, why? Is like the combat more difficult? Well, yes, the combat is much faster and more aggressive, but that's not why. Then why? Bloodborne is only playable on a PS4. What? Yeah, so unless you have one of those lying around, you're kind of out of luck. Do you think it'll ever get, like, remade? Never. Why not? Because despite how hard and frustrating these games are, the #1 way they make us suffer is by forgetting about Bloodborne. What the fuck?